Welcome to this episode of my Women Empowerment Wednesday show. My name is Jessica DSB. Enjoy this episode.
Yes, we are live. Happy Wednesday. It's Women Empowerment Wednesday. Welcome to all of you. My name is Jessica. I am a mom, 2 times best international selling author, a world passionate traveler, also the founder of Women Empowerment Wednesday show. I'm super excited to be with all of you today, especially with my special guest. Before I introduce her, let me remind you of this Women Empowerment Wednesday show. It's a weekly Facebook Live every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have conversations that are empowering, inspiring, touching, with a special guest every single week. We are episode, I think, 31 or 32. I can never remember exactly. This is not only a conversation with a special guest, this is a movement. So what does that mean? Everybody that's watching, please take those conversations into the lives of the people that you care about, your friends, your family. Join my Facebook group, Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB, creating a community where we can share, inspire each other, and let me know what you best like every time you watch an episode, or what you'd like to hear in the next coming weeks. As far as topic wise, I'm very excited about today's topic. 2 more things before I introduce our special guest. I do have a new Instagram, ms.jessicadsb7. If you could kindly go follow me. I'm building a new business Instagram, so thank you in advance for doing that. And super excited. Remember, once we hit the 365 members on the Facebook group, I would do a draw for a book, my book, 365 Empowering Stories. I did the draw and we do have a winner. I'm going to tag you, Miss Skeeter Selena. Congratulations. I will send you your book. I'll tag you. Congratulations. I'm super excited. I always love to give. Shout out to my cousin, Steven. Happy birthday. It's your birthday today. And shout out to Mary Montrichard, because she gave us the idea of today's topic. All right. So enough of all that. I'm super excited. Miss Oneisha Lewis, somebody I had the honor to meet through a mutual friend. This mutual friend was like, Jessica, you need to meet Oneisha. You guys need to connect. You are both about women empowerment. You have great energy. You're both authors. You need to be connecting together. I'm like, okay. And we got on a phone call for an hour. The first time we connected. What a pleasure to get to know you. And, now it's been a few weeks. We've known each other, and I'm really, really blessed. Who is she? Miss Oneisha Lewis she's a full-time entrepreneur. She has written 2 books. Right now, writing her 3rd book. Can't wait for her to share more about that. She creates self-care packages. Follow her on Instagram. We'll share more about that as well. And she also is called the Package Plug. I love it. And she's super passionate about personal growth. So what an honor to have you join me today. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me, Jess. I appreciate it. It's amazing to be on this call today because I had just gone through something so emotional this morning, and I said, no, I got to stick it out. I got to be on this call because at the end of the day, there's going to be days where you have days like this, Mm-hmm. There's going to be moments where you cannot always express yourself in a sense. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you just need to be there and show up, and I said, okay, regardless of whatever the situation just happened, I still have to be here. I still have to, be a role model in a sense for people. When things like this happen, just show up. That's it. You know, be the strength to some people, because it's hard, but someone needs to hear your voice. That's for sure. So
And I really, really admire your strength. And I want to talk about that as well, because you did share what's going on this morning. And, my heart was, feeling it, and very, very compassionate about what's happening. And I thought we would have to postpone the episode, like, to be honest, because this show is about being real and raw. So, I reached out to you and I said, that's okay. That's okay if we postpone this show. And knowing you, and sharing this with your friend, shout out to Lance.
yeah.
We knew
Thank you,
Oneisha,
Lance.
we knew Oneisha would stand up and she would honor her words and she would show up. And you are completely right, because you have such a powerful voice and people need to hear your voice. So thank you for being there.
I appreciate you so much, because, at one point I was like, I'm pretty sure they're thinking I'm going to cancel this show. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm not canceling. Even more so, I need to be here. I need to be the voice of some people that, they go through a moment like this and they would literally cancel everything.
Right.
But you know what? I can't say that I'm not strong, like, that I can let things just pass. I feel like I have to use that moment to be stronger, So, like, a really good friend of mine, like practically my sister, she has been in a coma for the last like couple of weeks now, and we had gotten some really, really bad news this morning, and literally, like, it shook everybody, that she might not make it, of course, but at this moment we're having like a little bit of good news to hear that she's still hanging on and she's still going strong. And you know what, for me especially, like I was saying to you before, like, since I was working in the hospital, I got to keep two sides. I have to be the balance of the situation, in a sense where, okay, I know that it could end up like this, but I also know that it could end up like this. Right. So at the end of the day, you just got to keep the faith. You got to keep rolling. And, like I was saying to some people yesterday, at the end of the day, whatever the situation might be, the days would keep passing by. The clock would keep ticking, the world would keep spinning, and at the end of the day, you got to keep going, because the world doesn't stop for you, and it's not going to stop for anybody else. So what are you going to do that's going to keep you moving, in a sense, So I said, okay, I need to still be on this call, because somebody needs to hear my word today, and especially with our topic being mindset. I said, I'm like, I can't miss it, because mindset is my thing. I teach mindset, and why am I going to miss this call today? Because of how I'm feeling. I feel like you need my mindset right now. And that's pretty much right now.
I love it. I love it. You are already in a few minutes in the show an inspiration to me, and I hope to everybody that's going to be watching. By the way, if you're watching live, type live in the comments. I see Frédéric is joining us. Hello, girl. Forever grateful, because you're the one that connected with me and Oneisha. So thank you, girl. Hello, Annie. Hello, Mary, the lady that I was talking about earlier, suggesting the topic today. Hello, Isabel and Jonathan. Welcome to the call, all of you. If you're watching live, type live. Replay if you're watching replay, and let us know what you best like about this conversation, and also if you're going to be watching replay, what you'd like to hear in the next coming weeks. Okay, I want to hear from you guys. So as you just shared, today's topic is mindset mentality, how to find opportunity with every interaction. And I love that. I really love that. We had a great conversation on Monday. So share about what you want, because I see you as a mental mindset advocate, right? Because you are super passionate about personal growth. So share about how to find opportunity with every interaction.
I think for sure it starts with just talking, because the thing is too is that you can be in any place, anywhere, anytime, and you can literally find somebody that can provide an opportunity for you. I'm a strong believer in the fact that everybody I talk to can either be a lesson or a curse or a blessing, whatever. And I feel like, when you are in a situation like, there's days where you can just go to the grocery store and you meet somebody that is so nice or so inspirational. You just pick up a conversation. And like, for me, I'm not a shy person. Like, you see, I'm on this call right now. Nobody's like, I'm not sweating. I'm not crying. I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm good, And you see, I would even use this as an opportunity right now. This platform right now gives me the opportunity to share my story and to share who I am. And, now I can connect with so many people because they're going to hear about my story. And that's just opportunity right there falling in my lap, right? For me to accept this call, to be able to, like I said, share my story. And then I can even have people connect with me, you see? So like, imagine if I was to say no, I would have been maybe here making more packages, of course, whatever. Mm-hmm. But would anybody really know who I am if I didn't share this moment? Share who I am, share who I became, like who I've become, who I'm growing into. I think that that's one of the most important things, is that when you don't feel like doing something is why you should do it. You should use that motivation as, okay, I don't really feel like getting up this morning. I don't feel like going to the store, but you know what? I'm going to go. Or it's the same thing with the gym, like some people are like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym today because I just don't feel good. But like, for sure that if you go to the gym, you're going to feel a lot better. And who knows, you might even meet somebody else that is feeling the same way as you, but can push you. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. You just never know. You never know where you're going. Like, it's crazy because I remember I was telling you the other day, like, I had spoken to people for my giveaway, because I'm going to be giving away a big holiday basket. Follow me on Instagram if you want to win, okay?
Yes.
So tag all your friends. That's it. But keep up to date, because I'm going to post it on Monday. So I'm creating a big holiday basket full of, like, I literally got 20 businesses to be able to put in my basket. So like, that was just such a blessing, And I had just finished off my Halloween packages, and I was like, you know what? I still have 10 self-care packages for my men left. I'm like, how am I going to sell it? I'm like, I didn't focus on the launch. I didn't focus. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I was like beating myself up. But then I'm like, listen, let me just make a post, So I made a post. I had reached out to one of my friends, and he's like, Oneisha, I want to take your last 10 packages. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, and then I had to like turn off my phone. I turned off my phone. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my God. Yeah, that's it. If I did not speak to him, he would have probably never even, well, who knows? Maybe somebody else would have took the packages, or maybe I would have not even sold one, But because I reached out to him, and he was so grateful by me reaching out to him for a giveaway, he bought my last 10 packages. So when opportunity doesn't knock, you show up at the door, you make a door, you create the keys, you do everything. I don't know, do what you got to do, because you have to be the creator of your story, of your scene, everything. You have to be that person that shows up and shows out, no matter what, because a lot of people are not going to be that person to show up. So you got to be the person to show up. Don't worry about them. Worry about yourself. That's the most important thing.
I love it. Let me just do a few shout outs. Mary says live. Frédéric says live. Love you, girls. We love you back. Hello, Jesse, Cypress, Anthony, Drift. Hello, Joelle. Welcome. If you're watching live, type live in the comments. If you're watching replay, type replay. We are talking about mindset, mentality, one of my favorite topics, and definitely, here, Miss Lewis, an advocate for mindset. So this is great. So, we talked about you finding the opportunities and taking the opportunities, and, maybe not accepting to be on the show today. And then this morning, something difficult happened, and you still chose to take that opportunity to be
Yeah.
on the call. So my question to you, what was that mindset that you decided to still show up, even though, you know, you're probably crying or, you know, really going through a tough time an hour or half an hour ago? And where did you find your strength?
I would have to say, you know, I really thought of my friend in that moment. Like, I wouldn't say lifeless, but I mean, she's not able to do what I'm able to do right now. I was able to wake up this morning. Can I say the same about her? You know, like, currently she's not in a state to be able to speak and stuff like that. So imagine me, who is able to do everything that I'm doing right now, being able to walk, being able to see the sunshine right now. I had to find my strength in that moment to say, you know what, I have to do this call because she would not be able to do this call right now. You know, and at the end of the day too, I'm a person that is of promise. When something, like, usually when something like this, I have a date. We had already picked this date from a long time, right? So I was like, okay, no, I have to follow through, and I have to have people know that I show up, you know. And even when things are hard as hell, when, excuse me, oh, and I didn't want to swear or anything, but you know what I mean. When things are hard, you want to just be that person, like, you know, because there's, like I said, you know, there's other people that are going through I wouldn't say worse situations, because this is a terrible situation, you know, but I have to use this situation to put light on that dark situation right now, you know. So using what I have right now, being able to wake up, being able to, you know, speak, like I said, being able to use all my senses. Thank God I woke up this morning. Like, I had to find the strength from that, you know. And like, it's crazy because it wasn't even just what's happening with her, my mom, right? And then my aunt, like, everybody was having problems at this, you know. And I'm like, okay, like, how do I keep sane, in a sense? How do I keep going? Like, but you just keep going. You can't even question it. You just have to keep doing it, and, you know, keep making it work, keep making it happen. I don't know. I had to find that strength from being able to do what I can now, having the ability to use my voice. And that's something that I told you when we started talking, was that the most special thing that you can do in life for anybody is to share your story, to use your voice. Because, you know, like, for so long I've been silenced, you know, and now I'm like, I can't even shut up, like, you know.
So, you can't make her stop now.
Now I'm like, it's too late. I'm already over it. Like, I'm speaking. I'm open. Yeah. I'm gonna use my voice. That's it.
Listen, I'm a believer we all have a gift, right? Some people, you know, might not have that voice, but they might be writing, or they might be speaking, or they might be, you know, but your gift is definitely communication and speaking it. So keep doing it.
Thank you. I have to use it.
Of course. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so you know, you do self-care packages, and so you were sharing me the opportunity that you had with Karina when you first started. You want to share about that story?
So first, with Karina, oh my goodness, it's so funny because when she had really started her business with Girls Empowerment, we had both, like, connected because I was already doing another business on the side, and, you know, we're both like-minded. So I reached out to her because, you know, I became like a brand ambassador for her company, and I was like, you know what? I love it, and I love the packages. And there was just one morning where I was sleeping, and I swear to you, I woke up at like 3 a.m, and I messaged Karina because I'm like, I don't know, like, the dream that I was having was so livid that I said, okay, Karina, I love your self-care packages, but the only thing that it's missing is a book. And she was like, Oneisha, that's an amazing idea. She's like, if you can write a book, I'll feature it in my self-care packages. And I was like, and then she wrote back to me, and she was like, you have to write it in a week.
Right.
And I was like, challenge accepted. That's it. So I wrote that book in literally a week, and I was like, okay, now I'm in the process of like, getting it published, everything like that, like at that moment, and I was like, okay, it's good now. Now I started to do, like, I bought a bulk from her, candles, everything for self-care, like face masks, lip mask, lip gloss, all of those beautiful things, like things for us to take care of ourselves. Because we are the most neglected person. That's it. We take care of everybody else, but we don't take care of ourselves. And that's why I felt like I needed to be the one to write that book. And I called it Self-Care Tips for a Queen, because everybody's queen. Well, I mean, it's for women, but anyways, if you a queen, you a queen. That's it. So it's for you too, I'm like,
title.
yeah. So I was like, okay, I made those packages and everybody loved it. I sold out 100 copies in like a week, maybe 2 weeks at most. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I didn't publish this on no website. I just sold the books myself. So I was like, that is crazy for me to even like sell books that are not that I didn't even put on a website yet.
Right.
I made them, so I was like, wow, okay. I designed the book, I edited the book, I wrote the book, and I was like, wow, this is something that I love so much. I wanted to create books from a long time, and when I was in my business, I said, okay, I have a certain goal that I want to get to. And I feel like when I get to that goal, I'm going to write books, and I said to myself too, because, well, now I'll just say it. I had a car accident in March, and I was like, you know what? For so long, I was kind of like trying to put myself back into that car accident in that moment when it happened. And I was like, why am I doing that? I'm like, listen, let me make light of this situation and do something productive. So having that book and having that idea that came to me in my dreams basically was like such a blessing, and like, again, a blessing in disguise. Like, some things just happen in your life and you don't realize what the purpose is until it pops up, so I had made like self-care packages my thing, and I just kept going. And then it was even better because I said, you know what? I have a girl's book, but why not create one for men? And my boyfriend's gonna hate me, but I'm gonna share this. He was like, oh, Oneisha, why are you gonna write a book for men? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? And I'm like, okay, give me 10 minutes. I literally just went to my notepad, and I didn't write the book, but I wrote all of the tips that I would have in the book. Right. And I wrote the questions I would have. I wrote the reflection questions I would have. And I'm like, here, there's your book. And he's like, what is this? He's like, what happened here? I'm like, yeah, this is the book. I'm going to write the book. So I'm like, okay. From then on, I wrote the book. That took me a little bit long. Like, it did take me a week as well, but I honestly took my time with the men's book. Like, I think it's really because of how he talked to me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this the best book you're ever going to friggin' see in your life. So, and I called that Self-Care Tips Fit for a King. So, yeah, I just love the book.
Is he proud that you did?
So proud. You should see his face. And I'm sure even before I came on the call, he was like, oh my God, I'm so happy you're going to be on the call today. Da, 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 da. I'm like, that's right,
Shout out to him. And I want to make a point on this, because a lot of times, and I'm sure it happened to everybody, where your closest friends, closest family members will say, no, don't do this, or don't do that, or I don't think that's a good idea, or you should do this. And then, as it's your family or your best friend or your spouse, you're like, no, you use that as fuel. You're like, I'm doing this. Look, watch me. So I love that. I love that.
Me, I love a challenge, okay? You can tell me to not do it, and guess what? I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Like, even when I started my first business, my family was so, like, it was crazy. To be honest, I feel like that's where I got most of my growth. A lot of close friends were like, oh, but you're doing this, and well, like, why are you doing this business, and why are you selling this, and blah blah blah, like all of this bullshit. Anyways, excuse my language, everybody. Okay, I'm a cusser, so I'm just gonna say that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use that growth, and I swear to you, I probably read like in the last 3 years, maybe like at least 30 books, at least. And I said, okay. And I would listen to mindset videos every day. Because, even I didn't even introduce myself. But guys, like, my name is Oneisha. I'm an entrepreneur, full-time entrepreneur. I used to work as a nurse. I used to work as a nursing assistant, and that's where it all started. And sorry guys. Well, anyways, you'll get to know me. But I had started as a nursing assistant, and I remember just feeling in that moment like, okay, I'm gonna be here for the rest of my life, type of thing. Like it's not even that fact. It's the fact of, okay, you get into that career that you're into, and you're like, okay, well, like, what's next? You kind of feel like, what's next? Okay, I became a nurse, so what's after this? Do I become a doctor? But if I become a doctor, it's going to take 10 more years, or this or that, and you kind of have those moments where you're thinking about everything. Like, you're like, okay, am I going to really be in this predicament right now, to choose whether I have to prolong my education, which is no problem. If it's up to you. If you want to be a doctor, no problem. I'm not ratting on you or anything like that. What I'm saying is that for myself, I did not want to be in that predicament my whole life. Like, I remember at one point, like for my first 2 months working at that job, like Lance knows already, like I swear to you, if I really honestly, if I did not have those guys who I was working with, I swear to you, I don't know where I would be today, because they gave me the strength to come into work every day. Like, they were so amazing. They kept my spirits up. I was actually joyous to come to work, but I also had to do that mentality switch. Like, because at one point I was literally so excited just to get to my car and cry in privacy, literally. Like, I was like so excited. Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to cry. Like, it was so weird at that point, where I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do this for the rest of my life. There needs to be an opportunity, something,
Right.
And that's when my boyfriend came to me with an opportunity to make more money. And that is what kept me dreaming. That's what kept me going. And from there on, I felt like I had more opportunity to do other things and to be, that woman that I wanted to be, And after, like, I would say, because of those moments, those tears, I really had to switch my mentality and be like, yo, like, switch this, stop crying. Like, everybody is in this predicament. There's always somebody in this situation, but what am I gonna do to switch this? Like, how can I reverse this thinking into thinking positive?
Right.
Because you know what, like, in nursing, honestly, I don't know if this happens at your job. If it does happen at your job, put a hand up, because when we used to come to work, there would be people that are like, oh, well, you don't come here to make friends, you only come here to make money. Like, what? We're here for the patients. Like, there's no, we come here to make money. It's either you want to work in this environment or you don't. Don't come here for a degree and then trash the job in a sense that, oh, you only come here to make money. Like, no, honey. Like, people wouldn't even say good morning. That's what killed me. Like, you would be so happy, so excited, so like live, and people would be like, I don't want to be here today. What time is it? Is it 3:00 yet? I think it's 3. Okay, bye. I don't even want to see you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Love to work with you. Come
Yeah.
on.
Like, hello.
Oneisha, this beautiful light is in the house.
I had to keep that light going. I know they're missing that energy now, because I actually left my job to be full-time into my passion. I really had to make that decision after the accident, because while I was in the ambulance, I called my job and I was like, guys, I can't come in tomorrow. Like, that same day that I had the accident, I had actually learned that we had 2 COVID cases. Like, and they would not tell us who had the COVID, which is just unbelievable. Health, listen, healthcare institutions, you have to do so much better to protect your people, because like, who cares about confidentiality at this point? We are all working with these patients. We literally had no masks left, no PPE, nothing, like, at that point. And they still wanted people who were even infected to come and work. Like, are you crazy? Crazy. So I left my job with no tears on my face. I left with I could pat my shoulder and I can lift up my head, and I felt good. And I still feel good because I made the right decision. A lot of people are not going to do what I did. Sorry that you won't. I encourage you to quit your job, actually.
Oh my God.
But don't do it. Don't do it. But
or do it, but plan it.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
But it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
I just want to do a few shout outs. Lance is watching and he was saying, with great powers comes great responsibility.
That's right.
Ben to Peter Parker before he became Spider-Man. You're Oneisha. God is good. Yes.
Amen.
Alicia, Marie, Marina, she says, love this. Shout out to you, beautiful girl. My sister's watching, Vanessa, actually in the healthcare.
Wow.
She's a nurse, so she totally gets this conversation. Hello, Francis and Marco. Welcome. If you're all watching live, type live in the comments. If you're watching replay, type replay in the comments. You are not on mute, I think, Oneisha. We will not be able to hear you.
Sorry, guys.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I wanted to share, the topic today was mindset mentality, how to find opportunity with every interaction. And I want to use our example, because when Frédéric told me to reach out to you and she told you the same, we could have easily said, well, another time or not now, or no, we took the opportunity. And what has led, well, one of the things that I know now is, doing the show with you and, creating an event together. Yes. And I'm super excited to share with all of you viewers, because we are planning, me and Oneisha, a Women in Power event. It's going to be online for now because we would love to have it in person. That's going to be later, maybe 2021. But for now, we want to take the opportunity right away to create that powerful event. So we are doing a Women in Power event. The date is still to be determined. So what we're asking you to do is, if you will join us at that event, add yourself to our group. We did already create a Facebook event. So just add yourself there or message us. We'll do that so that we can start creating that powerful event as a community, and we'll have different speakers. It's going to be an awesome event. What do you think?
It's going to be the best. The best. You better tune in.
Lots of powerful ladies in the house that are going to be sharing. So I'm very, very excited. So that's a real example of finding the opportunity in every interaction. If we didn't get together on that phone call, this would not be happening right now.
Nothing. Yeah.
And that's one example. There's so many other examples I can share, and you can share as well. We're going to start wrapping up the call. I would love to keep going and talking to you for another
all day.
All day. I love it. But I want you to share a bit more. Well, you did talk about your books. You're writing your third book right now. You're still on mute. We can't hear you.
I don't know what is going on there. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. Do you want to share a bit more about the book that you're creating, your third one?
Yes. So I am currently in the process of creating my latest book. It's going to be called Prep for Success. Now, this book is really going to be all about mentality, on what you need to do in order to have success. Because the thing is too, is that people think that success might be, material things like cars, the house, this, that. Listen, at the end of the day, when you have your health, that's already a start of success. because you're able to have success because you're alive, without your health, you would not have anything. So this is a book that I'm really going to talk mostly about my story and how I started, and giving you the tips in order to have that same, kind of motivation to keep going. Because some people would probably have gone through the same situation I went through, and it would have been completely different for them. But I have to keep that tough skin in a sense, because I came from a strong family. I came from a Caribbean family. My family is from Jamaica, Trinidad, Grenada, Portugal, all type of whatever, and I just, hey, you got to keep that international thing going, So I said, like, I came from a tough family. They came here from nothing. So I'm not going to use their situation to, like, be vain or anything like that. Like, I have to use that situation and win with it. I have to make sure that they came here for a reason, and that, I live up to that expectation that they had in the first place, that coming here, would be a good choice for them. And, you have to, like, when you look at your family and stuff like that, and you see the situations that they put themselves through, you got to ask yourself, like, okay, am I going to be the reason why they are, like, they didn't make the wrong decision, but they made the right decision, because I'm the one that's going to be the one to help them make it through and stuff like that. So that was my main motivation for writing this book. I'm actually, like you see with the self-care tips, I had no problem writing that. But with this book, I find it a little bit hard because of the stories that I'm planning on sharing.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, I don't think they're ready for this, but they're ready, I think that, again, it comes back to using your voice and, letting people know that what you're going through is probably what they're going through too. It could be a completely different situation, but it's how you go through it, and you grow through what you go through. So that's it. That's what the book is about.
That's it. That's one of my mantras. If I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. So I'm super grateful, right? Let me just see. Hello, Sandra and Bianca. Welcome to the call. So we're slowly wrapping up. I picked out 2 quotes that I wanted to share, and let's do it. I'm going to share the quotes. The goal is to grow so strong on the inside that nothing on the outside can affect your inner wellness without your conscious permission.
Amen. I love that.
Right? So do you want to comment on it?
I think that it's so true because, in order for you to be in a different situation in life, you got to kind of have accepted those things that just show up unexpectedly, and you take everything and you use it. That's the thing, is like when you have a situation and you see it appear in front of your face, and sometimes you may not know how to use it, but you put it in your pocket, and later on you'll be able to use that. So I think it's important that those goals that we have and those inspirations and those dreams, we just keep them and we keep going. I think it's important. That's a really beautiful
I think
quote.
one of the quotes I just listened to is life is lived forward but understood backwards, which means we keep moving, we keep taking action, we're in the motion like you keep saying, but sometimes we don't understand why we're going through this, right? And there's so many examples I can give. Lost your job, your spouse, whatever is happening, health and stuff, but you'll understand it later. It's not, right? So I thought it was so powerful, and it really, really touched me. So
because everything happens for a purpose. Everything happens for a purpose. They just show up unexpectedly, and God is going to give you things in your life that you might not realize, like right now, and again, you can use it later, right? But it might not be wrapped how you want it to be, that present that he gives you, but you'll see what it's meant for later. That's it.
Right?
Sorry to ruin your quote. Sorry.
No, I love it. And, it makes me think of what you shared this morning. Somebody saying, oh, I hope 2021 is going to be better. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, for me, I haven't worked in my career, the job that I love. I miss my flight attendants colleagues. I miss traveling, being at the hotel by myself. I miss all of that. But it brought me so many blessings, so many blessings. And one of them is actually being home every night with my daughter.
That's
to
it.
do her homework, to read her a story every night, to bond with her, to connect with her, and she's growing. She just turned 8. Emotions, like all of that is happening.
Amen.
Such a blessing.
Amen.
So all comes back to your focus, right? Where you want to focus. And I'm excited for 2021. Of course,
Me too.
to be out and partying with my friends and my family, but focus on your blessing and focus on what you can do right now. So, all right, the second one is it's not enough to just hope for a happy and healthy life. It's a combination of mindset, routines, habits working together that will get you there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the thing is too is that a lot of people think that it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
You need to make it happen. You understand? Like a lot of people are like, oh, but I might get that job. I'm gonna pray for it. Listen, yes, pray for it, but make it happen. Like, do the research. Like research the job that you're looking for, know the boss, maybe visit the place, kind of get to know the environment. And then from there on, like you can really impress them with your interview, because you took that time to do those little small things that people would not do, and it's even to say, like, when you start a business, this is something like some people are just wishing to have a good business, or they're wishing for their business to fall off or fly off of the wall, but they're not talking to anybody, they're not doing anything, they're not sharing their content, they're not if you want opportunity, you gotta build the door for opportunity. That's it. And opportunity will come. That's it. That's all.
That's it. So we talked about today mindset, mentality, and how to find opportunity with every interaction. We gave a few examples. There's a lot more we could have added for sure. My call to action yesterday on my Facebook post in my group was to reach out. So I'm going to do the call to action with all of you today, is to reach out to one person by call, by text, or voice notes, and to tell them really ask them how they're doing, and tell them one thing that you love about them. Amen. And I'm telling you, by doing that every day or every few days, or you go to the store like you were sharing, you will create opportunities by your interactions with other people. I swear it works. Oneisha says it works as well. It works. Oh my God. I'm going to let you close off the call with the last few words that you want to share that's on your heart. And yes, go ahead.
So I want to just thank everybody for being on this call today. Even if you watch it on replay, thank you for listening. I hope that, you're able to do something for your 2021. Make it happen. Stop waiting, because time waits on nobody. Like, it's crazy that, we go day by day as robots. We don't think about things like in our subconscious. We just go through what we're going through. We just keep on going like we're robots, going to work, going to this, worrying about money, worrying about stress. Listen, end all of that. Spend time with your family. Enjoy the small moments. Enjoy the little details that, somebody puts into your life, whatever. Create opportunities for yourself, because that is what's going to get you far in life, is by creating opportunities, building a door for yourself, and never, ever, ever forget about your mind, because your mind is the most important thing. I would say after your health, the mind is the most important thing that's out there, because You know, when we're a baby, we're learning how to speak, we're learning how to walk, we're learning how to do all of those things, to communicate and use your voice. You know, we all have a story to share, and somebody is literally waiting to hear your story. You know, so be the inspiration for somebody. Time waits on nobody, so wait. Like, just do what you got to do now. Do everything that you want to do, inspire other people, because that's life, you know. That's the life.
Amen. One of my favorite quotes is don't be ashamed of your story. It can inspire someone.
That's right.
That's it. That's it. Hello, Lena. Len says amen. Amen.
Amen.
Oh my God. What a pleasure. What an honor. Again, you know, having that strength of showing up and doing the show today with everything that's happening in your life is again showing me how powerful and amazing human being that you are. An honor to have you in my life. Keep being that voice for people. Keep being, you know, that powerful entrepreneur, you know, sharing those self-care packages. It's awesome. What is the best way they can reach you on your Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram, Oneisha_Lewis. You can reach me anytime.
Awesome.
I'm always there. Yeah.
I love it. So we're going to post her Instagram link under the video in the comments. Again, I'm going to be here next week with another incredible powerhouse woman, Beatrice.
Make sure you tune in. Everybody needs to see this, please. Beatrice needs your support. We need to be on this call. You're not going to regret it.
Right.
Not
she
going
has
to.
such a powerful story as well. I really can't wait. Such a kind, loving soul.
Oh,
so again, on what you just shared, go out there, spread your love, spread happiness, go sparkle people. I'm telling you, if you're having a bad day, it's gonna make you feel better. It works. Thank you all for tuning in. See you next Wednesday. I'm super excited. Again, my Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB Facebook group. Go join the group, share it with the people that you care about. Let's create this movement and community together.
Hey.
Love you, girl. Thanks.
Love you too. Thank you.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please share with the people that you love and care about. Jessica DSB.